Are you mad at me? Mad at you? Why would I be mad at you? Well, I just know you really wanted to get, like, pasta, but that just really didn't sound good to me, and so that's why we're getting hamburgers for dinner instead of pasta. No, I'm not mad about
If you feel like people are always angry at you, or if you are feeling like you're constantly having to walk on eggshells around people, you're over apologizing, you're apologizing in advance for things that haven't even happened yet, this could be a good sign of childhood trauma. And for those of us who are neurodivergent, a big part of our childhood is, unfortunately, trauma, right? And when you experience trauma during these formative moments in your life, you're going to realize that you appear to be fine. Like, you can go through life for many years and everything is all good, or it appears to be good. And then you reach certain moments in your life and then you realize that, oh, I'm not as good as I thought I was. So a lot of times childhood trauma comes up and it rears its ugly head in romantic relationships, and interpersonal relationships, and professional relationships. But struggling with your relationships with other people is a big part of what childhood trauma leads to. So if you're somebody who you apologize a lot, you can have friends who say, yo, I'm not angry at you, I'm good. Or you're good, we're all good here. But if you constantly feel this need to apologize, then some people who aren't familiar with you or your backstory might start to question themselves, like, all right, I told them that they're good. They're kind of being annoying, or, you know, do I have to watch out because I said that we don't have a problem, but they kept apologizing. So now that person might think that you're playing games with them mentally, but you're not. This is just how your nervous system is built from all that trauma that you experienced as a kid. Relationships, romantic relationships. This is where, unfortunately, a lot of us realize the damage that was done as kids. And keep in mind, the things that we went through as kids, it's not our fault. Nothing that you experienced during those formative years was your fault. But it is our responsibility to pick up the pieces and create a life for ourselves that we're proud of, and a life where we set ourselves up to thrive. So if you're in a romantic relationship, and or if you're dating and you realize that you keep dating the same type of person over and over and over and over, then you start to ask yourself, okay, am I not standing up for myself? Am I not advocating for my needs? Am I not letting the other person know my boundaries? More than likely, you're not. It's really hard to stand for yourself and enforce boundaries when you have a fear of abandonment, when you're over apologizing, when you're apologizing for things that you didn't actually do. Do you know how easy it is to be gaslit when you're apologizing for things that you don't remember happening, or things that you didn't mean to do a certain thing, but you apologize just in advance because you're so fixated on that person's feelings because you don't want them to leave you. So when it comes to the over apologizing, you feel like you are the source of all the issues around you, you have to understand that you're not. But it's not as simple as me saying, hey, you're good, you're not the cause of these issues. We have to fix that emotional wound and create a system that allows us to like who we are. And as we like ourselves a little bit more, and as we're nicer to ourselves, we give ourselves a much better chance at developing friendships and relationships, romantic and professional relationships, that can sustain not only us, but also provide a lot of value to the other people. And you have a more stable sense of self, which is the most important thing, because people come and go. That's fine. And in this life, we'll lose people. People will lose us. But what you don't want to happen is where you get to the point that you've lost yourself. Because that's a different beast for a different video.